Our third Outstanding Teaching and Mentoring Award is presented to Doug Ruesink.
Doug Ruesink is a teacher at Adrian Community Education Center, a program for students who are 17 to 21 years of age. These are not your traditional high school students, so they require a little different approach to completing their educational goals. Doug came to Adrian Public Schools a few years ago with the kind of experience and attitude it takes to help these students be successful. He grew up on a dairy farm in Adrian Township and worked for a number of years in various agricultural-related businesses before settling on teaching. Next, he spent over 16 years teaching at Boysville until the agency closed. Next, he taught in the Upward Bound program at Adrian High School until he came to the community high school. One colleague describes Doug as a very caring and committed teacher, working to instill a sense of urgency in the students to see and understand the importance of being committed to and disciplined to finish their high school studies. He also encourages the students to apply those disciplines to their personal lives. Doug interacts one-on-one with the students and finds what interests they have and then encourages them to pursue and develop their interests and talents.
Mr. Ruesink is my teacher and mentor. He encouraged me to do my best, and he tells me to use anything that is very helpful for schoolwork.
He is fun and lighthearted in his mannerisms and in his teaching, and incorporates this atmosphere in his classroom and building for the students and staff. One student stated that Mr. Ruesink is respectful and polite to every student, and added that he felt safe in his room. He also added that he makes school fun, and he has good jokes. Doug wears many hats. He teaches in the adult education program, is in charge of meals, school security and safety, conflict manager, local fish expert, taste tester, mentor and encourager for the students and staff.
Mr. Ruesink tries to make lunch fun with games. We have chess, or we have checkers, and then there's another game that is the Bing Bag game. And then he has my favorite game, which is Jenga.
Fellow teacher Linda says her day doesn't begin until Doug says, "Good morning." Derek, APS Director of Curriculum and Instruction, wrote that Doug is first an honorable man who completes his job to the fullest of his abilities to ensure a great program for kids. Derek sums up his nomination by saying, "I know Doug will always serve others before himself, care about others before himself, and be the one to do what is best for others." Doug is married to Gwen and has a daughter, Sarah, who is also a teacher. Congratulations, Doug, and thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Ruesink.
Congratulations, Doug, on being selected one of Adrian Public Schools' Outstanding Teachers and Mentors. Please come forward to accept your award.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank Cody and Lucinda. They were the students who nominated me for this award. And I'd like to thank the Adrian Education Foundation for presenting me with this award. And apparently the entire staff of Community Education Center was in cahoots as well. I was able to read the letters of support they wrote, and they're all very flattering, and I'm very grateful. Since I have been with Adrian Public Schools, some of my best experiences have taken place in this auditorium and in the lobby outside. We hold our graduation ceremonies here, and for a few minutes following the ceremony, when the graduates and their families and friends gather in the lobby, I get to see the looks of pride on the faces of people who are celebrating a real accomplishment that many of them thought would never happen. That is the stuff that brings an educator, keeps an educator coming back. Obviously, I believe that Community Education Center fills a need in our community. We have a small staff, but whether one is an administrator, administrative assistant, teacher, graduation coach, or counselor, all are committed to meeting the needs of our students, and those needs often extend beyond academics. We had a young lady come to us to finish her high school education. I'd known her previously, and then one day she came into my room and she was excited. She told me she'd gotten a job. I could just feel her excitement, and I congratulated her. And then she told me that she needed some black shoes in order to go to her job. And I realized then I'd never seen her in anything except flip-flops or Ugg boots. So I took the story to the graduation coaches. The only thing they asked me was what size does she need, and the next morning she had a pair of acceptable shoes so she could start her job. This is just one example of how our staff goes above and beyond academics, and I would like to recognize the rest of the staff of Community Education Center for their dedication to our students. While I'm still not completely convinced that I'm worthy of this award, I am convinced that I'm proud to have played a small part in the development of Adrian Community Education Center, and I hope to be able to continue to do so for a few more years. Thank you.